Hello, hello, wherever you are on our stupendous planet called Earth. I wish you happiness wherever you are. I'm going to be talking about the NBA today, people. So it's an NBA related topic. And it's related to some of the elite players in NBA history. And when I mean elite players, I mean players who've scored at least over 20 points per game in at least 5 seasons, and they have won an NBA championship. 1 or 2 championships. So, if you're interested and you find something that you want to hear more about as I go forward, click on that thumbs up button. If you would like to subscribe to hear more about when I talk about any sports related topic, please subscribe. Alright, so the 20 points NBA, 20 points or more for at least 5 seasons, and they've won at least 1 championship. And here is what I've noticed. Now, we all know who the top NBA players in NBA history. We know about Larry Bird, 3 championships. We know about Magic Johnson, 5 championships. We know about Michael Jordan, at least, well, he did make 6 championships. We know about Bill Russell with his 11. We know how Hakeem Olajuwon, on and on and on. Now, I'm not going to talk about when the player skills were declining and when he was playing, his team was excluded from the playoff. I'm going to be talking about when you have an elite level player and they abruptly leave the team or they abruptly quit. I'm going to be comparing these elite players to the current elite player in the NBA. He's won 3 championships. He's been to the finals, I believe, at least 9 times. If I'm wrong, you can correct me, but it's between 9 and 8 times. He won 3 championships and he lost a whopping 6. So 3 plus 6 is 9. So he's been to the finals 9 times. So you guessed it. I'm going to be talking about Mr. LeBron Raymone Raymone James. How is he different from Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and some of the other elite players who made an abrupt evacuation from their team? Alright, so here we go. I'm going to start with the most current elite player. When Michael Jordan left the Chicago Bulls, I believe in 1993, his team still made it to the playoffs. When Michael Jordan left, I believe in 1998, there were other top, reputable, helpful players on the team. I forgot what they call that term. Side players, helpful players, marginal players, whatever. He had those on the team. Larry Bird had those type of players. Or role players, that's the term. He had reputable role players. Michael Jordan had reputable role players. Magic Johnson had reputable role players. Larry Bird had reputable role players. Now, here's the big points. Here's the difference between them and LeBron James. Like I said, Michael Jordan retired the first time. His team still went to the playoff. When Magic Johnson retired, when he said he had the AIDS incident, his team still made it to the playoff. Even when Larry Bird retired, his team still made it to the playoff. I don't know what it was like in Russell's era because I wasn't born then. But I'm assuming even the next year when he retired, his team still make it to the playoff. Now, have you ever thought, whenever LeBron James leave a team, he left Cleveland Cavaliers for the first time. When he left, the team didn't even make the playoff. He went to Miami, won 2 championships there. When he left, the team didn't even make the playoffs. He returned back to the Cleveland Cavaliers, won a championship there. Then he went to Los Angeles. His team did not make the playoffs. So here's the question. Did Michael Jordan make his teammates better? Because they still won a little while without him. Did Larry Bird make his teammates better? Because for a little while, at least in one more season, they won without him. Did Magic Johnson make his teammates better? Because when he retired with the AIDS scare, his team made it to the playoffs. So he made his teammates better. So, does Mr. LeBron Raymone James, does he make his teammates better? Yes or no? I'll leave that up for you to decide. Leave that in the comment. Because whenever he leaves a team, they drastically reduce. They can't even make it to the playoff. So I'm going to go over some other points about that. So here's number 1 in hindsight. When LeBron James leaves a team, that team instantly tanks. They tank because he left. So, but that is a testament to him of how great he is. But the main thing is, do he make other players better? Number 2, I never hear of great role players who play with him when he leaves. When Michael Jordan left, B.J. Armstrong was still a good role player. He still contributed to other teams. Horace Grant was an outstanding good role player. When he went to the Orlando Magic, he helped to get the Orlando Magic team to the playoffs. Horace Grant was so good that year that he made it to the All-Star game. So we see Jordan left. The players who he played with, who he helped to meld and mold, they still perform well on other teams. And I can even go a step further. When he left with his second three-peat, Steve Kerr was still an outstanding role player. He played on San Antonio Spurs, won championship, and now he's the head coach of the Golden State Warriors. The same thing can be said for Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. When their teammates, the role players, went on other teams, they either won other championships or heavily contribute to that team's success. When LeBron James leave a team, from my humble point of view, I never heard of any other of his teammates winning a championship ever again. If I'm wrong, let me know. Leave an excerpt in the comment section. My next one. When LeBron James leaves his team, does he make the players better and more intelligent basketball players? It don't seem like it. When he left the Cleveland Cavaliers, how's Mr. J.R. Smith doing now? How's some of them players he played with on the Miami Heat, other than the star players, the role players, how are they doing now? Next, from what I know of Mr. LeBron James, he never developed inborn talent with his teammates. I can go to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan helped to increase the NBA intellect of Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, B.J. Armstrong, and many other of his teammates. Because like I said, when they left the Chicago Bulls, they were still outstanding contributors on the other team. When Magic Johnson was with the LA Lakers, he helped to make his teammates better. Byron Scott became a head coach. Byron Scott went to other teams and greatly contributed. James Worthy was helped and flourished under the tutelage of Magic Johnson. There's many other players, I'm just naming a few. Larry Bird. He developed inborn talent on his team, because I heard before Larry Bird got there, the Boston Celtics only won 20 or 30 games. When Larry Bird got to the team, he turned that franchise around. I heard the next season, the team exceeded over 50 wins. Playing with Larry Bird, Kevin McHale became an outstanding player. He was developed under Larry Bird. Danny Ainge, who played on many teams who went to the NBA Finals. Portland Trail Blazers, Phoenix Suns, because under Larry Bird, he developed his basketball talents. So, that's my take, good people. Does Mr. LeBron Raymone James, does he contribute to the growth of his teammates? And before I go, I got one more thing to say too. When I look at all the NBA highlights, when I look at the NBA games, Michael Jordan, he was respected by his colleagues. They feared and respected him. Magic Johnson, his colleagues feared and respected his championship pedigree. The same can be said of Larry Bird. He was feared and respected throughout the league. I don't hear players fearing and respecting Mr. LeBron Raymone James. A couple years ago, I started making jokes of him. Stephon Curry, and some of the other players on Golden State, making fun of LeBron James. He's a phenomenal player. He's a phenomenal individual talent. But from what I see, he don't put the fear of God in other NBA players. I haven't heard players say, this is why I like playing with LeBron James. I've heard people say, this is why I like playing with Larry Bird. I've heard them say, this is why I like playing with Bill Russell. I've heard them say, this is why I like playing with Magic Johnson. But with LeBron James, you remember he got 3 championships. I haven't heard his fellow players in the league who's not on his team. Because you know your teammates, they're going to always praise you. But I mean players who's not on his team, I don't hear them praising or fearing him. I don't hear that. So that's it, my good people. That's my take on Mr. LeBron Raymone James. Does he have the respect of other NBA players for being a great team leader? Not an individual talent, but a team leader. When he leaves to go to other teams, are his teams still able to get to the playoff the following year because he was such a great leader? Does he make other players better by training them and teaching them? I never heard that. I usually see LeBron James The LA Lakers are one exception, and his rookie year is one exception. But when he became a more established NBA player, he go to teams that are already stacked with great players. If you like my comments, once more, give me a thumbs up. If you have to correct me or give me further insights, give me a comment. If you would like to share this with anyone else and who are an NBA fan, share.